Lion's mane is a very, very interesting supplement. And if you guys want to know all about its effects, my personal experience with it, you have clicked on the right video. Like a marriage with an amazing honeymoon period, but something happens a little bit into the matrimony, I had some very surprising effects using this supplement. I'll give you guys 2 pros and 2 cons that I personally experienced by using the supplement. And then at the very end, I'll tell you my full experience from using Lion's Mane over the course of a month. Right here, I do have Nootropics Depot Lion's Mane 8-to-1 extract. This online is touted as basically the best lion's mane that you can get. But the first pro that I noticed while using lion's mane was that I just felt a lot more lucid and creative. So lion's mane is touted to make you be more creative, to think in more unique and different pathways. And honestly, guys, I did experience this, especially around the second week from using lion's mane. A lot of times when it came to scripting stuff for YouTube or just coming up with new ideas, even just going about my everyday life, I just feel my mind was working in new pathways and I was seeing and thinking in things in more lucid ways. So a little bit hard to describe, but almost as if I took a limitless pill and I just was thinking in ways I wouldn't normally think, which was very beneficial, especially if you guys are in the creative type business. Even in something a little bit more analytical, I could see lion's mane just helping you come up with equations or just solving problems in new and unique ways. The second pro that I noticed from using lion's mane was actually that it made me a lot more calm. I'm gonna segue into this actually into a con later, but it made me a lot more calm, especially the first week. It's almost a fog was a little bit over my brain, but not in a bad way or in a brain fog way. That first week, I just felt a lot more sedated in a way. So not like I was being put under by a drug or anything, but I just was chilled out. Super zen, super chilled out the first and second week, especially from using lion's mane. That is gonna lead us into the first con though. Guys, after about 3 to 4 weeks of using lion's mane, this 8-to-1 extract, I have to say that I experienced the biggest demotivation and actual little bit of depression that I've had in a long time. I didn't know this was like a possible side effect of using lion's mane, but I went online and searched it up, and there's actually a whole Reddit thread called Lion's Mane Recovery from people that had supplemented with lion's mane and they experienced the same effects. Demotivation, depression, depersonalization, anhedonia. The list goes on and on and on. And I had no clue that you could get such like a negative side effect from using something like lion's mane. It's a mushroom supplement, so I didn't think that it'd be able to do something like that. Probably like the 3rd or the 4th week. I also have to apologize, guys, because that's why I hadn't been posting like my normal everyday schedule, just because I just didn't really feel that motivated. And really it was a week ago when I woke up and I was like, what is it? I feel like there's something throwing me off. And I found out that the thing in my stack was actually the lion's mane that was doing it. So be really careful because you might actually lose motivation from using a supplement like this. And the second con, I'm gonna put this as a con because it would be a con to most people, but to me, it was a little bit of a pro. The second con is loss of libido. So when you take lion's mane, especially the first, second, third week, I personally could feel it too, that my libido was lower. So it's gonna be a con to most people, but it actually was a pro to me because being young, being 24, guys, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of times my libido is just distracting. I'm thinking about women, I'm thinking about shorties, I'm thinking about how I can, come up on some new shorties, and it can be very distracting, especially when I just wanna work. So that's actually one of the reasons why I chose lion's mane specifically, was because this is one of the main supplements where they'll say that you experience a loss of libido. So I did experience it the first couple weeks, but I'm not gonna lie, the last 2 weeks of using lion's mane, without getting too graphic into it, I still was able to have a libido basically. So it's not overwhelming or anything. I will say too though, I think as men especially, a lot of our motivation is tied to our libido. So since lion's mane lowers libido some, I think that's why actually I experienced a little bit of demotivation as well. Because libido and just going out there and getting to it, they're tied together as a man. So that'd be the second con of lion's mane. Basically, my timeline of it, the first week I felt very zen, calm. The second week I started getting the lucid effects and my brain started thinking in more creative ways. The third week I noticed a little bit of the demotivation and loss of libido a tiny bit. And then the fourth week I was full out, just kind of depressed, guys. I didn't want to do anything, I didn't want to make videos, I didn't even want to go outside. So although I had good effects using it in the beginning, I honestly wouldn't really recommend the supplement. Maybe if you cycled it, so you use it maybe 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. I personally don't really like supplements that you have to cycle like that. I like to just take my supplements in my sack basically every day. But if you are somebody that is okay with cycling, I would say maybe try out Lion's Mane. Overall though, my rating for it is, I'm probably gonna give it a 6 out of 10, just because it is a really good supplement in a lot of aspects, especially with the thinking in different creative ways. That's the top thing that I've got from it, but also it's not worth it if it's gonna make you depressed in the end. Comment down below, have you guys tried Lion's Mane before? Have you experienced some of these same side effects that I did? Did you experience some of the positives, like thinking more lucidly? I'll be making another video on Lion's Mane here soon with a more in-detailed report of my time with it. So if you guys like today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out when that video comes out. If you guys were looking into Lion's Mane as more of a productivity and motivation supplement, I'll link another video right over here that has a supplement that I highly recommend that is a bit more effective than Lion's Mane without the bad side effects. I love you guys, and I'll see you very soon.